What we are going to do now is to filter the data in the responses of our RESTful API. We are going to allow to our users or our clients to obtain a subset of data in the responses depending on the value of an attribute. For example, if the client wants to obtain the users that are admins or the users that are validated, or inclusive the users that are admins and are validated. That means that we are going to act over several attributes as well. So we are going to do this using, again, query parameters. For this, we are going to create a new method called filter data. So if we go to our trait, we are going to filter the data before to sort. In this way, it will reduce the quantity of data. While filtering, we are going to sort less data, making it a little faster. We're going to call the method filter data, and it is going to receive the collection and the transformer as well. Let's to create that method. That receives so the collection and the transformer. So what we are going to do first is to go through every query parameter that we receive one by one. Then we are going to obtain the original attribute from that query parameter, if it exists of course, and obtain the value. We are going to filter the collection or the data only if the attribute exists. It means it is not null and the value is valid. It means it is not empty or null as well. So we are going to use a for each to loop through every possible query parameter. And we can obtain all the query parameters using the request query method. We are going to use the query parameter and the value of this. Then into the code, so we are going to obtain the original attribute. Using the transformer. Directly from the query. So now, if both the attribute and the value are set, so we just need to filter the collection. So the collection is going to be equals to the result of the where method. The where method is just going to obtain all the values that match with what we want to obtain. So we just need to search for all the elements that has this attribute equals to the value that we received. Of course, that can be an empty collection if the user specify a value that basically does not exist in the collection, or an attribute that does not exist as well. After all this stuff, we just need to return the collection. Of course, if we don't have any kind of query parameter, we are just going to return the original collection without any kind of filtering. Let's check now how it is working. Let me solve this here. We are going to use the helper, and it is not a variable, of course. And which will be done now, so let's see if it is working properly. We are going to obtain the list of users, as we can see here. And now let's say that we are going to obtain the users that are not verified. It means that isVerified attribute is going to be equals to 0. If we check now, we are obtaining only the users with this attribute equals to 0. And now let's say that we want to obtain as well the users that are not verified but are admins, for example. So we need to say and isAdmin equals to true. And here we have isVerified is going to be 0 through every record here, and isAdmin is going to be true for every one of those elements. Of course, we can do something different. We can say additionally sort by name, and we can see how everything is working together. So we are not having any kind of inconsistency between the different functionalities of our RESTful API. So we are done here, and see you in the next class.